Hello all, welcome to my channel. This is actually my second attempt at making this video. Um, and so I will go again. Okay, so this episode or this video I'm making for you guys today is a bit different to my regular videos. And the reason for that is I've been watching a YouTuber called Uncle Jammer. Now he makes quite a few good videos that I've really enjoyed watching, and there's many topics that I can relate to him with. One in particular really caught my attention. He made a video about bullying, so I thought I'd uh, you know put my 2 cents in, as the Americans would say. So I have my own experiences and my own stories to tell, but I won't make it too long. So I think I'll start off by saying that I was bullied a little at school, but it wasn't anything too much. It's nothing that I couldn't handle. Your usual school bullies and stuff like that. I was able to overcome it with some, with some advice, with some perseverance. I managed to overcome it, so it wasn't too bad. I could handle that. I had some good friends. It wasn't too bad. So I had a bit of experience with bullying, but nothing too major. Now, where it was a surprise for me, a complete surprise for me, is that I was bullied way more in the workplace than I ever was at school. And that to me was a big surprise because I'm a middle-aged man, and the thought that you can get bullied as an adult in the workplace by adults here it's a real surprise, but you have to accept it real quick because the situation is real. So, with my personal experience, I was at work, and I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. There was an incident that happened. It wasn't to do with any people; it was to do with the environment, and so I got into a situation where I was unfortunately the wrong place at the wrong time. There was a person who had a quite twisted, sadist, perverse, quite sick mentality, a bully's mentality. He's a very negative person, very it takes pleasure at the suffering of others. So what this person does is he goes around spreading rumors and malicious gossip and chatter, and it quickly spreads throughout the whole workplace that I was responsible for this incident that took place in the building. And it was, like I said, it was to do with the construction. So there wasn't involving any other people. It was just the construction. Now, what happened is people started to gossip, and people started to spread rumors and talk and spread malicious chatter. And I realized that, I was going workplace to workplace, and news spreads fast. If you work in a workplace where there's a lot of people and they're very confined in a moderately big place, but nothing too big. In a like conceal in a sorry in like a an environment that's what's the word I'm looking for? Sealed off from the rest of the world in a big way. News travels fast. And what happened was it was rumors and gossip just like bouncing from people to people. And I would go to places, and what I was discovering was that, people were talking about me, people were laughing about me, they were ridiculing me behind my back, but I came to find out, in many cases I could hear it actually, because I wasn't actually that far away. So ridicule, laughter, people. And what I discovered, it was a handful of people. It wasn't actually that many people. It was like 3 or 4 people that had this sick mentality where they enjoyed seeing other people suffer, in this case me. And they would go around spreading all the rumors and gossip and chatter. And they were influencing the others, especially those who had, weaker personalities. Not being disrespectful to them, but that's what they had, weaker personalities. So they were influencing others. So, I would like walk from place to place, and I'd walk past an office and I'd have the whole office just like laughing. As soon as I walked past, you could hear the chatter and they just laugh and it was directed at me, so it was like a humiliating experience. And it got so bad where, it's like I was being laughed at is a humiliating thing. If anyone's gone through it, it's a terrible thing. But it got to the stage where there were others who were quite keen to ingratiate themselves with the one of the four bullies, the main bullies. And what they would do is they would latch on to these people and use me as a target in order to get in the good books of some of other people. So they would be like overly critical of my work. They would like talk to me quite rudely or disrespectfully, but not too too much. But they had a very negative, like they were very passive. Some people were very passive aggressive, really hateful, energy. But just very critical over everything. It's almost like they were in a rush to find something to criticize about and to call me out on these pathetic criticisms in front of others. So therefore, they would make me look stupid and belittle me, and it was quite offensive. It was really offensive, and this went on. Actually, this went on for years. It was like it went on for a while. It wasn't a short period of time, and I was too embarrassed and humiliated by the whole thing. I didn't challenge anybody, which was, it was not the, probably, it wasn't, maybe, it could have been better in a different way, because what I noticed is that if you don't stand up to bullies, it just empowers them. It just empowers them. And they become emboldened to cause you more suffering, to inflict more suffering on you. And so it's like a lot of people leave in those situations, leave the workplace. But if you cannot leave the workplace, then you're in for it. Then you're in for like a real hard time. So it's like you have to endure somehow. But yeah, it's yeah, pretending your situation is or trying to avoid your situation is not going to solve it in the in the present. It's only going to embolden the people who are sadists and bullies and negative and very anti you. Having said that, there are some excellent human beings in the world. There are some really, really good people with great hearts, and these, you have bullies, but you also have anti-bullies, and these people are with great souls. Amazing human beings. So I would break it down into, you have maybe 10% that are really good people. You have 10% which may be very bad people. Of that, maybe 5% or less are really bad, like your bullies mentality and the sadists. You have a lot of people in the middle. Everybody else is maybe neutral, and they are open to factors of their environment. So people could sway them one way or the other. They're susceptible to gossip depending on the individual. Gossip and rumors can be really bad, because gossip and rumors can be absolute BS. They can be nonsense. But some people just take gossip and rumors at face value, and they just automatically believe it, even though it's absolute trash. So this isn't a good thing, and this contributes to, a very poisonous, toxic workplace environment that, where the bullies are actually pumping this stuff. The bullies are looking for for excuses to, humiliate you further or criticize you further. It's like something happened. I remember one thing happened. There was this, and one of the, uh, very negative people they were watching me. So they were watching me, almost like they were waiting for me to do something or slip up, or they were recording in their minds everything I was doing, so they could get any trace of criticism and then go back and report to other people and talk about me in the most dehumanizing, derogatory, ridiculing way, degrading way. So yeah, that's my experiences with the workplace bullying. Once there's not many. There's only about 2%, maybe a little more, who are the real bad apples. the real bad people. But these bad people, especially if they have strong personalities, which it seems like bullies do actually. It seems like bullies do have strong personalities. What they then do is they influence the others, especially those who are easily influenced, and also those who are like kind of like pathetic, in terms of their like souls. I'm gonna say they're pathetic in terms of their souls, who latch on to the bully and try to like also team up with the bully on the target just so they can ingratiate themselves with the bully. So that's pathetic. It's just sadistic. It's a bully mentality, but very pathetic kind of bully mentality, in my opinion. So the lessons that I think we've learned as a people, as a species, is if you empower bullies, far from them stopping, they become empowered, they become emboldened, and they just intensify their attacks upon you, because that's what it is. And so it's almost like there's like mythological stories about it, like confronting the monster. There's Greek mythology probably is big into that. I don't know, but confronting the monster, confronting the demon, confronting this sinister entity is something that is, if you don't do it, it's not going to be good, because they're not going to go away, unless you can somehow separate yourself from that situation. But then what happens if you come across in a new situation with new people? Because you're always going to have, unfortunately, a percentage of people who have the bully's mindset. And I'm just the one thing that's just been the most heavy impacting thing on me personally is that how bad it is in the workplace. How bad it can be in the workplace. So it's not something that I thought would happen with adults, but it does. So anyway, so these are my personal experiences with bullying, and yeah, thank you to Uncle Jammer for making the videos. It's been something that I've enjoyed listening to, and it inspired me to make this video. So yeah, catch you all the next time.